Hello, everybody. Welcome to Citrus Hill Theater's production of Alice in Wonderland. My name is Jayla Robinson. I'm the director, and I just wanted to thank you all so much for coming out tonight. This show was very much like a lot of work from everyone involved, and we are very excited to present it to you. Before we start, though, I do have a couple of ground rules that I have to get out the way just so that like everybody knows and it's not like anything crazy. So first rule is just kind of keep the side talking to a minimum. You can clap, you can laugh. I actually encourage that because it helps the actors know that their performance is like really good and that you enjoy it. It's just not too much side talking because then it becomes hard to speak over, or it can be a little bit distracting to the actors because then they're like, man, like, is my performance not good enough? So yeah, just keep side talking to a minimum, but do clap and laugh because in actor language, that is praise. And then my second kind of rule is just make sure that there's no phones, no flash photography. First thing is your phone, it casts like the light on your face, and the actors can see that from the stage, and it makes them be like, dang, I must be doing really bad because you're not even paying attention to my performance right now. So just make sure that your phone is not like on your face. And then the flash photography, it's just because there's these big shiny lights in front of us, and then it's also like a flash from the audience, and it's like, I can't see. So no flash photography, no videos, and also the people behind you, all they see is just your hand and your phone. So try to keep that to a minimum just because it's kind of rude to the actors and it's rude to your fellow audience members. Overall, just be kind, be courteous to your fellow audience members and to the actors, and we're gonna have a good time tonight. Thank you so much again for coming out, and I hope you enjoy the show.
I think I'll just go back, please. Back where I came from.
It's one thing to think so and another to do it.
I wish you would contradict me.
Oh, whatever.
fall up, you climb. Right? Fall it went like a wall. Suppose I could climb it.
I am supposing it.
Oh, it's a little frightening. Oh, Rabbit, please, I want to go back.
It's no use whatever to want that.
Why not?
Every hour is a one-way road. I'll take you wherever you want to go, but I'll never take you back again.
But I want to see the sky. Oh, I want to see my kitten. Isn't there any way out of here?
Dozens of ways. There's a way for me and a way for you. One for Johnny and one for Sue. But you can't go back and you walk alone. But every Jack has a way of his own. Now your way is through the garden where the child is held.
Oh, and how can I get there?
You can't.
You're very confusing, I'm sure. First you say you must go through it, and then you say I can't.
Well, I didn't say that. I said you couldn't go to it.
Oh, then how am I to go to it? Answer that.
When you belong in the garden, it will come to you.
But I never saw a garden move.
You never saw much in that so fast. Oh dear, the doctor says I shall be late.
Wait! Rabbit! Wait, Rabbit! Wait, I tell you!
What a rumpus! Can I never find a place for a quiet smoke?
Rabbit! Rabbit! Rabbit!
Someone's calling you. Can't you keep her still? It puts me out of sorts.
You talk to her. I can't wait.
What about?
About her garden. Tell her I will never come to her unless she learns to keep her temper.
Rabbit, you!
Such a temper! It makes me feel contrary. You better wait and tell yourself.
It would make me late. I promised the Duchess I would speak at her party. Oh, I am to speak how doth the little. How doth the little busy bee improve each shining hour and gather honey all day from every fragrant flower. Beautiful, isn't it?
If you like it, it makes me feel contrary.
Oh, you rabbit! What, rabbit?
You tell her about her temper.
I will if she makes me feel friendly. If she makes me feel contrary, I'll be contrary. I won't tell her a single thing.
Oh, I declare to do back for him. Oh,
You! Who are you?
well, I hardly know, sir. At least I knew who I was when I got up this morning, but I'm afraid I must have turned into somebody else.
What do you mean? Explain yourself.
Well, when I got up this morning, I was just Alice, but well, a little while ago, I was the size of a rabbit, and now I'm the size of a mushroom. Oh, being so many sizes in a day is confusing.
It isn't.
You might find it so, but someday you'll turn into a chrysalis, and after that into a butterfly. You'll feel a little weird then, won't you?
Not a bit.
Well, it feels weird to me. As if it was somebody stupid.
You are.
That I'm not! I'm the head of my class! At least I used to be. I'll try if I know the things I used to know. 4 times 5 is 12.
Wrong.
I'll try geography. London is the capital of Paris. That's not quite right.
Try some poetry.
Oh, I'll recite. How doth the little? How doth the little crocodile improve his shining tail and pull the waters of the Nile on every fragrant scale? Words have got altered.
It's wrong from beginning to end.
You see, sir, I've changed a great deal.
You haven't.
If you're going to country. Oh, there's no use talking to you. I want to go to the garden where the trial is. The things you see of no use to me at all.
They are.
You make such very short and rude remarks.
I don't.
If you're going to contradict every single thing I say.
I'm not.
Oh, what you've been doing, you can't deny that.
I can't. Wait. Come back. I have something very, very, very important to tell you. Keep your temper.
Is that all?
No.
What else, sir?
Saying it's one thing, doing it another.
Oh, keeping my temper, you mean? Well, I'll do my best. I'm usually very but things are so weird down here. What shall I do next?
Ooh, ask the Duchess. Knock on her door.
There isn't any door.
There is.
Well, that's very still of him. Oh, that must be the Duchess's house. Now, I'm going to keep my temper. No matter what happens, I'll keep my temper.
There's no sort of use in knocking. I'm on the same side of the door as you are.
Oh, but please, then how am I to get in?
Are you getting it all? That's the first question.
I'd like to ask the Duchess the way to the garden.
They're making such noise in there. Nobody'd hear you.
Then how am I to get in? What am I to do?
Anything you'd like.
Well, there's no use talking to you. I'll just go myself. That I will. Oh. There's suddenly too much pepper in that soup.
Too much, too little. Taste.
I speak roughly to my little boy. I beat him when he sneezes. So he only does it to annoy because he knows it teases. Be quiet, pig!
You shouldn't call your baby names.
Yeah, and if everyone minded their own business, the whole world would go around a lot faster than it does. I speak severely to my little boy. I beat him when he sneezes, so he can thoroughly enjoy the pepper when he pleases.
Please, mind what you're doing.
Here, give me this if you like. I think you're ready to play croquet with the queen of the garden. Great, the soup! The house will be going any minute. Tidy up and catch us.
She said in the garden. Could you please tell me?
There's no sort of use in asking me. I'm not moved to talk about gardens.
Oh, but I must ask someone. What sort of people live around here?
To the right, there's a ladder. To the left, there's a marquette. There's either you like. They're both mad.
But I don't want to go among mad people.
You can't help it. We're all mad here. Give me the pig.
You shouldn't call the baby pig.
That's all you know.
Well, which shall I visit, I wonder? Oh, I hope they're not quite raving mad.
Here's a prize. Clean is clean, not a single crowd. Oh, help me with the table.
They didn't seem to see me. Now, shall I just hide no matter what they say? Because I'm not trying to have anything fun. Because of course, the crowd is something that's not gone. Because they...
Did you tell the dormouse to bring the chairs?
Oh, well...
Couldn't find him. He's asleep. I put him in the teapot. Well, we'll have to bring him in. Teapot and all. We'll push him. Be quick or the tea will get cold.
Oh, you'll have to help me with it. Ugh.
Good morning. Morning. Get out. Hurry up. Thank you. Scooch. Oh, thank you. Of course.
If you please, could you tell me...
No room, no room.
But there's plenty of room.
Here, have some candy.
I don't see any.
There isn't any.
Well, then it wasn't very civil of you to offer it.
Well, it wasn't very civil of you to sit down here without being invited.
I didn't know it was your table. It's laid out for a great many more than 3. If you please, could you tell me?
Shall we tell her?
You don't know what I'm going to ask yet.
Doesn't matter what it is. What matters is how you behave. Ask her a riddle. Oh, you know. I know. Why is a raven? Yes, like a writing desk.
Oh, well, I think I could guess that one.
You mean you think you can get the answer to it?
Exactly so.
Then you should say what you mean.
I do. At least I mean what I say. That's the same thing, you know?
Not the same thing a bit. You might as well just say I eat what I see. It's the same as I see what I eat. You might as well say I like what I get. It's the same as I get what I like.
You might as well just say that I breathe when I sleep is the same as I sleep when I breathe.
Have you guessed the riddle yet?
Why is a raven like a writing desk? No, I give up. What's the answer?
Oh, I have not the slightest idea. Nor do I.
Well, I think you might find something better to do with your time than asking riddles that have any answers.
Well, it's always 6 o'clock and all we have time for is tea.
Oh, is that the reason so many tea things are put out?
Duh. It's always tea time and we don't have time to wash in between wines.
Oh, then you keep moving around, I suppose.
Exactly so. I want a clean cup now. I'll move one place. Wake up! Wake up! We want to move! Have you been? Try the hot tea.
No.
No, it's no use. You won't wake up till 6:30. You know, it is very trying having a watch. Get the watch. Show them. It's always stuck at 6 o'clock.
Well, honey, if you listened to me, you would have used the button like I said.
Oh, please, don't do that.
Why not?
You'll bounce it. You'll spoil it.
It's the best button.
Oh, you mustn't.
Did you ever try it?
No.
Then you shouldn't. Speak. Pass me the bread knife.
Anyways, don't put it in there as well. You're bound to get crumbs in it.
Maybe that's just what it needs.
Oh, you'll stop your watch.
How can I stop it if it isn't going?
Answer that. I can't, but...
Then hold your tongue. It was the best butter, you know. Try some hot. It's hot. Okay. Oh, it's no use. It's still 6 o'clock. We're gonna have to move him. On. Please.
You could be more gentle.
No.
I asked you.
I'm sorry. This isn't very clean. It's been used before.
What's good enough for us is good enough for you.
If it was good enough, why didn't you just stay there?
Oh, do you listen? The rule is all moves down 3 places. Of course, top.
But now that there are 4 of us...
If you can't learn to be civil, you might as well just wait until you're invited.
No, it was very kind of you to take me in, I'm sure.
Ask her a riddle.
Oh, no, I'm afraid...
No. Actually,
I'm afraid I wouldn't get it quite
a
right.
poem would be better. Besides, I love this one. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. How I wonder what you are.
Twinkle, twinkle, twinkle. I
Don't look at me like that. Now then, begin.
Twinkle, twinkle, twinkle.
Oh, you pinch him. He doesn't mind me.
Okay.
Go ahead, recite.
Twinkle, twinkle, little bat. How I wonder where you're at. That's not said right.
That's not the right about it.
Twinkle, twinkle, twinkle.
No, pinch him. Both sides at once.
Why with the nymph?
Why not?
Is this too hot? Here, have some more tea.
I can't take any more if I haven't any at all.
You mean you can't take less? It's very easy to take more than nothing.
Nobody asked your opinion. That is, thank you very much. You're quite right. Because it's easy to take more than nothing.
Sit down and do it then.
Twinkle, twinkle, twinkle.
Put him in the teapot. Get up. Come on, Tweedledee.
Down now with a quick.
Every week. Every tea party. Every time.
Adoption pets.
If you please, and if you could just tell me, Dormouse, Hatter,
What?
March here, could you tell me the way to the garden?
Oh. Just keep on going the way you're going now. Whichever that way that is.
Thank you.
Of course.
Thank you.
Of course.
Goodbye. Yes,
My pleasure.
goodbye.
It's really an honor.
Yes, thank you.
Of course.
You may leave now.
Best of luck.
There you go.
I love you.
Thank you.
So polite.
Thank you. Goodbye. Wait. Just keep on going the way I'm going now. But I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying right in one place.
The question is there any such thing?
Well, of course there is. Every place is one place.
Certainly not. For instance, this is the place where you lost your temper, wasn't it?
I'm afraid so.
That's one. And this is the place where you kept your temper, isn't it?
I tried to.
That's two. And this is the place where there wasn't any garden, isn't it?
Oh, but yet I did keep my temper. I was very polite.
That's three. And now this is the place where there is a garden. That's four.
What a beautiful garden. But, well, I don't see any place for a trial.
How do you know you don't?
There ought to be judges and a jury where a trial is. I don't know much about them, but I have read about them in the paper.
You don't belong in the trial yet. When you do, the jury box is to be right there.
Well, it come when I don't know it, like the garden.
Oh, yes, but you have to run very fast. Very, very fast.
Why must I run if the trial is right there?
It'll be one of those times where you have to run as fast as you can to stay where you are, or faster.
Oh, I wish you wouldn't talk nonsense.
Of course, if you're going to begin to lose your temper again.
No, please. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so very, very sorry. Oh, I just can't seem to help it. All the creatures look down on me. They seem to think that I amount to nothing at all.
The question is, do you?
Well, I'm afraid I don't amount to much. All the creatures, they look down on me. They find fault with me. It upsets me.
That's because you're afraid you won't amount to much. You'll never belong in the child till you get over that.
Then, Rabbit, could you tell me how to stop feeling like that?
I can, yes. But it's no use whatever to tell you.
Why not?
You'll never know until you've done it.
Well, it sounds sort of easy. Just not to let them make me feel good for nothing.
That's it.
Oh, I'm going to go find someone and begin. I can hardly wait.
Beautiful soup, so rich and green, waiting in the hot tureen. Who for such dainties would not stoop? Soup of the evening, beautiful soup. Soup of the evening, beautiful soup. Soup of the evening, beautiful soup. Beautiful soup. Beautiful soup. Soup of the evening. Beautiful
I'm not used to him yet.
Oh, you should be glad of that. The thing to be afraid of is getting used to things. Seeing something you never saw before is exciting.
Oh, come now, that's so. I haven't the least idea what a mock turtle is, but I won't let him upset me. That I won't. What if I don't amount to much after all?
Of course you don't. Nobody does.
Don't you?
Of course I do. Everybody does.
You're very confusing. How can I amount to much and not amount to much at the same time?
That's what nobody knows, but you do.
Well, I'm sure I amount to as much as that mock turtle does because he doesn't sing at all well. Well, I was chosen to sing on the last day of school. It'll be easy not to let him make me feel as if I were good for nothing. Oh, I declare he's coming here. I shall go by myself and practice at once.
That'll never work. The way to not feel good for nothing is to forget all about it. And the way to forget all about it is to remember somebody else. Yeah, I wonder if she'll come across someone who makes her forget all about it. Well, it makes no difference in the taste of carrots.
What's his sorrow?
He hasn't gotten any sorrow, so it's fancy that!
What's a curious creature?
What curious manners. But I don't suppose you've had many lessons in manners.
But manners aren't taught in lessons.
That's all you know about it?
It's the very first lesson we had in school. The master was an old turtle. We called him Tortoise.
Why did you call him Tortoise when he wasn't one?
We called him Tortoise because he taught us. Really, you are very dull.
Well, what else had you to learn besides manners?
The different branches of arithmetic. Ambition, distraction, uglification, and derision.
Oh, and how many hours a day had you to do those lessons?
10 hours the first day, 9 the second, 8 the third, and so on.
Oh, what a curious plan.
That's why they're called lessons, because they lesson from day to day.
Anyone might know that.
Well, how did you manage the 11th day?
We danced the lobster quadrille.
I never heard of a lobster quadrille before.
I don't suppose she could dance it with us.
Well, I think I can. If you show me the steps. I took a prize in dance class last Saturday. Let's begin.
Will you walk a little faster instead of winning to a snail? There's a porpoise right behind us and he's treating on the tail. See how eagerly the lobsters and the turtles are advanced. They are waiting on a shingle. Will you come and join the dance?
I'll try.
Will you? Won't you? Will you? Won't you? Won't you join the dance? Oh, there's no use of going on with her. She doesn't know anything at all. Would not, could not, would not, could not join the dance. Would not, could not, would not, could not join the dance.
You stepped on my toes and got in my way. That you did. I wouldn't have lost the bucket for anything in the world.
Did you say wouldn't or couldn't?
Well, I said wouldn't, but well, I'm afraid I meant couldn't.
I thought you did.
If you think we're waxworks, you ought to pay, you know. If we're alive, you ought to speak.
Oh, well, I'm very sorry if I was rude, I'm sure.
I know what you're thinking, but isn't so?
No, how? Control was. If it was so, it would be. If it were so, it could be. But as it isn't, it ain't. That's logic.
Oh, well, I was thinking that I know who you two are. Oh, Tweedledum and Tweedledee.
You begun wrong. The first thing in a visit, say, how you do, and shake hands. Shake!
Well, things have been so weird lately. It seems that everything I try to do is wrong.
What sort of things?
Oh, well, like poetry.
Do you like poetry?
Some poetry, when I know what it means.
That sounds clever. You see, not everything that sounds clever is clever. Yeah, how? Control-wise. We must find out. Is she stupid or does she only seem stupid? Should we try her on a poem? Oh, what shall we recite? The Walrus and the Carpenter. It's the longest. And it has illustrations.
Is it sort of an examination?
To see whether you're clever or stupid.
Oh dear.
Do you like illustrations?
Oh, why yes, the pictures are the best parts of the book.
Look behind you!
Oh, what's it about?
The Walrus and the Carpenter. They were walking along the shore one day when they got suddenly very hungry. And they remembered the oysters who had lived in the sea. Now comes the first part of the examination. We'll recite the poem. And if you're clever, you can tell when we come into the picture. If you're stupid, you can't.
Now, control-wise. Go on.
Oh, oysters, the walrus did beseech. A pleasant walk, a pleasant talk along the briny beach. We cannot do more than 4 to give enough to each.
Oh, the picture isn't here yet.
No how. Control-wise. Then 4 young oysters all hurried up, all eager for the treat. Their coats were brushed, their faces washed, their shoes were clean and neat. And this was scarcely odd because, well, they had no feet.
Oh, well the shoes are here, but you hadn't come to yet because there are more than 4.
You know how? Control-wise. 4 other oysters came along and yet another 4 and more and more and more. As thick as fast as they came at last, as Grom was traveling through the frothy waves and going towards the shore.
Oh, I think you must be nearly there. I'm going to listen very carefully.
The walrus and the carpenter had walked a mile or so, and then they sat on a rock conveniently low, and then the oysters had sat in rows.
Oh, what were they waiting for?
No how. Contrary-wise.
Well, they must have been waiting for something, you know? Don't you feel well?
Do you not see?
Look! Oh, that's it! You've come to the picture! Oh, I passed the first part! Please go on, I can hardly wait for the second!
It's only a little clever, you know. Now we must see if we can repeat one of the stanzas correctly. Now that sounds very clever.
Oh, go on then.
Now see if you can repeat this. The time has come, the walrus said, to talk of many things. Of shoes and ships and sealing wax and cabbages and kings. And why the sea is boiling hot and whether pigs have wings. Now repeat it.
Oh, I'll do my best. The time has come, the walrus said, to talk of many things. Of shoes and ships and sealing wax, of cabbages and kings, and why the sea is boiling hot and why the pigs have wings. Oh, that's right, I did it!
It's only mildly clever, you know. Now we must see if you can make up your mind.
Oh, what must I make up my mind about?
Which do you like better, the walrus or the carpenter?
Oh, come, that ought to be easy.
No how. Contrary-wise.
Well, go on then. Move over here. Oh,
A loaf of bread, the walrus said, is what we chiefly need. Pepper and vinegar besides are very good indeed. And now if you're ready, young oysters, we can begin to feed.
Wait a minute. It sounds to me like... Oh, well, they couldn't be so mean. What were they going to eat?
What do you do with vinegar and pepper?
I hate that walrus. What did the carpenter say?
You'll hear in a moment. He isn't through with the walrus yet. He was so kind to come. The carpenter said nothing but, cut us another slice. I wish you weren't quite so deaf I've got to ask you twice.
Oh, then he ate them too. I hate them both.
You must choose, you know. Listen to the rest. I weep for you, the walrus said. I deeply sympathize with sobs and tears he sought out. Those were the largest size. He pulled out his pocket handkerchief before his streaming eyes. I just... Shall we bring it home? But the answer came the night.
Well, oh, that's very hard. I think I like the walrus better because he was a little sorry for the poor oysters.
He ate more than the carpenter, though. You see, he held his pocket handkerchief in front of his mouth so he could hide how many he had taken.
That was mean. Then I like the carpenter better.
But he ate as many as he could and wanted more.
Then I don't like him at all.
I'm afraid you can't make up her mind.
Oh, it's a puzzler, and that's a fact. How can I like one better if I don't like either of them at all?
Oh, you really can't make up your mind.
I can't, so.
Then which do you like better?
Neither one. You can't like one better if you don't like either of them at all. Well, I don't like the walrus and I don't like the carpenter, so I like neither one better. It's a foolish question.
She's not a stupid child. She can make up her mind. Shake! It's a quick croquet game! Oh, my mantle is such a massage.
Get up. Thank you.
I see that. Good. Oh. Please, thank you. Of course, give it. Hand it over. I can't play this game.
Off with your head! Off with your head! On with the game! Was it good?
But it's not my fault.
Who are you? My name is Alice, so please, Your Majesty, can you play croquet? Yes, I can.
To the Wonderland world, it was Alice who said, I will knife to my hand and a ball on my head. To the Wonderland creatures, whoever they be, come play with the red queen, the white queen, and me. So set up the wickets as fast as you can, and sprinkle the players with buttons and brands. Put cats in the coffee and mice in the tea, and welcome our Alice with 30 times 3. Oh, Wonderland creatures, put Alice on here. Tis an honor to see, a pleasure to hear. Of the river to try, a croquet game to see, along with the red queen, the white queen, and me.
Oh, you're all so very kind, I'm sure. But, oh, if I were to play with the queen...
Speak when you're spoken to.
What? Well, if everybody obeyed that rule, then... And you always waited for the other person to begin, then nobody would say anything.
What do you mean by if you were to play with the queens?
You can't play with us, you know, until you pass the proper examination.
Well, I only said if.
She said she only said if.
And she meant a great deal more than that.
A great deal more.
I'm sure I didn't mean...
You should have meant. What do you suppose is the use of a child without any meaning?
Even a joke has some meaning, and a child is more important than a joke.
You couldn't deny that if you tried with both hands.
Oh, but I don't deny things with my hands.
Nobody said you did.
Can you do addition?
Of course I can.
Then what's 1 and 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 1?
I don't know, I've lost count.
She can't do addition.
What's about subtraction? Take 9 from 8.
9 from 8? You can't, you know, but...
She can't do subtraction.
Try again. Take a bone from a dog. What remains?
Well, the bone would remain if I took it, and the dog wouldn't remain, it would come to bite me. And, well, I'm sure I wouldn't remain. I think nothing would remain.
Wrong! The dog's temper would remain.
Well, I don't see...
She doesn't see.
The dog would lose his temper, wouldn't he?
Oh, I suppose so.
And if he went away,
his temper would remain, wouldn't it?
She can't do sums of this!
I can so if the proper sums.
You were to recite your old Father William.
I don't know that one, but I do know the walrus and the carpenter.
You are old Father William, the young man cried. The hair which left you is gray. Yet you are strong, Father William, a hearty old man. Now tell me the reason, I pray.
Oh, I think I could remember that.
Don't interrupt!
In the days of my youth, Father William replied, I remember my youth with my fast, not abused by my strength and my vigor at first, to never think I need that last. Now then. Repeat the whole.
I'll do my best. You are old, Father William, the young man said, and your hair has become very white. Yeah, you just didn't put that on your head. Do you think I always that is right?
Try the second stanza. Yes.
In my youth, Father William replied to his son, I fear it might injure the brain. But since I am perfectly sure I have none, I do it again and again.
That is not said right.
Not quite right, I'm afraid.
That was wrong from beginning to end. How tall do you say you were?
Oh, me? I am 4 foot and...
Wrong! She'd never say a word like that.
I thought you meant how tall are you?
If I'd meant that, I'd have said that. There's glory for you.
There's glory!
But I don't see what you mean by glory.
I mean, there's a nice knockdown argument for you.
But glory doesn't mean a nice knockdown argument.
When I use word, it means what I choose it to mean, neither more nor less.
Oh, the question is whether you can make a word mean so many different things.
The question is, which is to be master, you or your words? That's all.
That's all!
Oh, anyways, I don't believe.
You have to believe!
I'll give you something to believe. I'm just 101 years old, 5 months and a day.
I can't believe that.
She can't believe!
Try again. Draw a long breath and shut your eyes.
Oh, there's no use. I can't believe in impossible things.
She can't believe!
And dare I say she hasn't had much practice. When I was her age, I'd practice a half an hour each day. Sometimes I believed as many as 6 impossible things before breakfast. Did you say you could play croquet?
I used to be very good at it.
Then let's see you hit the stake. Take it. Take it. Take it.
Give me a second. Wait, but there isn't any steak.
There.
Play!
I'll give you 3 strokes. Hit it off with your head.
Oh, I wish you all would keep looking at me. Twinkle, twinkle, twinkle.
Yes!
What? But she lay down.
On with the game.
Twinkle, twinkle.
Miss!
2.
But this isn't a good fit.
On with the game.
Twinkle, twinkle.
Yes!
3. Off with the head.
The executioners are very good at their job, so you'd probably be safe.
What was that you said?
There was no consequence, Your Majesty! No consequence at all!
My tarts! They're gone!
Tarts?
He stole my tarts! Off with his head at once! Executioner! Off with his head!
No, Your Majesty.
Silence!
It wasn't the Knave, Your Majesty.
Who are you?
Who are you?
Well, you can't take off his head till he's had a proper trial.
Who said so?
I say so.
The trial's beginning!
okay. Only you don't notice it.
Coming up, Mom. We're going to be late. If you please, I'd like to rest a little. I'd say the trial has really come here. Those look like the seats for the judges, and that must be for the jury. Although I find it quite too bad to have to run that fast just to stay where you are.
It's worse to go backward, you know.
Do you really think that the knave stole the tarts?
What's your opinion?
Well, I haven't anyone yet because I'm not sure it was the queen's tarts I saw someone else ate. It'd be easier to have an opinion if I knew what I was talking about.
You're wrong about that. The less you know, the faster you get opinions.
Anyways, the queen hasn't any right to say, off with his head! Like that. Without having a proper trial. Suppose the knave didn't do it.
That would be all the better, wouldn't it?
Of course it'd be all the better that he didn't do it, but it wouldn't be all the better him being punished.
You're wrong about that. Were you ever punished?
Only when I'd done what I shouldn't.
And you were all the better for it, I know.
Yes, but then I had done the thing that I was punished for.
But even if you hadn't done it, you would have been better still, wouldn't you?
I suppose so. Just the same as they punished the poor knave without making sure it wasn't the cook. Oh, I can't stand it.
When a thing happens, you stand it when you can or cannot.
Then I won't let it happen. That I won't.
Oh, my whiskers, here they come!
We're writing down our names in case we forget them before the trial's over.
Order in the court! I will read the accusation. The Queen of Hearts, she made some tarts all on a summer day. The Knave of Hearts, he stole those tarts and took them quite away. Consider the verdict.
Oh, naughty that! There's a great deal to come for that.
What?
Well, witnesses.
I will call the first witness. The cook. Were you in the kitchen when the queen made her tarts?
I was.
You saw her make the tarts?
I oversaw her.
Did you see anyone else there?
I did.
Woman or man?
Man!
Describe his costume.
I didn't see him.
That's because you didn't look where he was. Where was he?
He was hiding behind doors or flower barrels and things.
Then how did you know he was there?
He sneezed.
Try the prisoner with the pepper! The prisoner was in the kitchen. Write it down.
Oh, that's not proven, Your Majesty. You should... Rabbitstry. You should try the other men too.
Quiet!
But it isn't a bit fair.
Order in the court. The cook may stand down.
Rent!
Off with your head!
I can't go any lower. I'm on the floor as is.
Then you may stand aside. I must cross-examine the prisoner. Smile in the presence of the king. I said smile, not smirkle. Now the semicircle. That's the proper style. Jurors, listen closely. I'm about to make a searching test. Prisoner, do you know how tarts are made?
I can answer that. You take some flour.
Where do you pick the flower? In the garden or the window box?
It isn't picked, it's ground.
How many acres of ground? You mustn't leave out so many important things.
Oh, that was the tot isn't measured in acres. It's measured in cups, of quarts, or barrels. The cook is spelling it wrong.
It is of no consequence. It's plain the prisoner knows how tots are made. That proves he was hiding in barrels, under tables, watching the queen at her cooking. So the jurors consider it carefully.
Well, it proves nothing of the sort. Oh, at least I don't think it does.
You. Who are you?
Suppress the applause!
Hold that evidence.
Have you fresh evidence?
No. I thought I saw an elephant laying on a fife. I looked again and saw it was a letter from my wife. And at length, I realized, oh, great, talented, really good at your job, Harold, is that the business of life.
That's the most important piece of evidence we've had yet. It practically proves the prisoner guilty. Write it down.
Oh, if any of them can explain it, I'll give him a sixpence. I don't believe there's an atom of meaning in it.
If there's no meaning in it, that makes it a world easier for us as we need and try to find any.
But then you can't call it evidence against the poor knave.
It's very provoking to be told we can't call a thing evidence we wish to call evidence. I call anything evidence I wish to do. Impenetrably, that's what I say.
Could you please tell me what impenetrability means?
By impenetrability, I mean just now. We've had enough of that subject, and it would be just as well if you'd hold your tongue, as I don't suppose you mean stop here for the rest of your life interfering with this trial.
I shall interfere with this trial just as long as it isn't fair.
I must cross-examine the prisoner. Prisoner,
Yes?
where were you when the tarts were set out to cool?
I was in the garden.
Did you see anyone there?
I saw the cook.
Nothing of the sort. Ask him if he spoke with anyone.
Did you speak with anyone?
Well,
Oh, he spoke
Oh,
with
no.
Have you shown any signs of having eaten tarts?
Oh, he had eaten a great many.
How do you know?
Well, he paid me compliments.
I deny that.
Oh, you hadn't forgotten the identical spot where you stopped me from singing a ditty. You said I was up late and extraordinarily vain, but I knew you meant I was pretty.
I didn't know that's what I meant.
He's too afraid of being found out to even know what he means.
Oh, I fear he ate the tarts. I fear he ate them all. Write it down.
Oh, stuff and nonsense. What sort of evidence is that? Rub it out.
I must cross-examine the ditty sung by the Duchess. The ditty!
Sat the mound beside a ruined cup. By day and night he made us moan. It would have turned a heart to stone. See him wearing his hooves and groaned because he could not jump. Jump! Like a pig and jump the wax against the ruined pump. Pump! He bristled red and then so black. He rolled right over on his back. To stop him in his gauntlet crack. Was a fatal jump. Jump!
And the prisoner talked to you about the ditty when you had finished.
Oh, at the top of his voice.
And he didn't know what he meant. That looks very bad.
Evidence? No. I thought I saw a rattlesnake. He questioned me in Greek. I looked again and saw it was the middle of next week. And the thing that I regret, oh, Harold, is that it cannot speak.
In the middle of next week?
He looks guilty! He is guilty! He is guilty!
Shall we say it or sing it?
Oh, you couldn't possibly be ready to give it yet. No.
Sing it!
Oh, tell me everything I can this little to relate. I want sitting on the gate. Who are you, aged man? I said, and how is it you live? His answer tickled through my head like water through a sieve. And now if there by chance I put my fingers into glue, oh man, this face a right hand foot to a left hand shoe. Or if I drop upon my toe a very heavy weight, I live for it reminds me so of that old man I used to know. That summer evening long ago, he's sitting on a gate.
You certainly can't call that a verdict.
I can and I do.
Oh, but it's just nonsense.
Listen, I've heard nonsense compared to that, which be as sensible as a dictionary.
The question is a dictionary ever sensible? Consider the verdict.
Oh, there's nothing to consider.
That was not the verdict. That must be whispered.
Oh, yes. Really?
Number 1. Start
with the execution.
You can't do that. The idea of having an execution first. Why, you haven't even had a proper trial yet.
First the verdict, then the execution, and then the trial.
Oh, nothing of the sort.
Anyway, we have had our trial.
You haven't called all the witnesses yet. I have some evidence to give.
Here's something that was found in the garden.
What's in it?
It appears to be a letter written by the prisoner.
Who is it directed to?
It doesn't say. That's the weirdest part about it.
Is it in the prisoner's handwriting?
No, it isn't, and that's the queerest part about it.
He must have disguised his hand.
Please, Harold, they can't prove I wrote that. My name's all signed at the end.
Well, if you didn't sign your name at the end, you must have meant some mischief, or you would have signed it at the end like an honest man.
That proves his guilt.
Oh, it proves nothing of the sort. You don't even know what the letter's about.
Fine, I'll read it. It's not a letter at all. It's a set of verses.
He's disguised his handwriting.
It's a secret code.
I can't write like that even if I tried.
Oh, don't try to pull the wool over my eyes. It's plain you wrote it so no one but yourself could read it. Very well then. Read it yourself then. Go all the way until the end.
I can't read this.
Can anyone else read this scroll? No? Then explain you wrote it so no one else but yourself could on purpose. There's no telling what's in it. This is terrible.
Oh, you don't know whether it's terrible till you know what it says. Anyway, nobody knows if the knave wrote it or not.
Read it yourself. Either he wrote it for himself alone or for somebody else.
Isn't that true?
It sounds true, but there's something wrong about it.
Read it yourself then!
Suppress that dormouse! Off with her whiskers! Remove her from the court! No! Give him some, please!
Why, it seems to me that I've seen handwriting like this somewhere before. If I could just remember where I stood and what I was doing. Oh, wait a minute. That's right. I was combing my hair in front of the looking glass. It's looking glass writing. The title is Jabberwocky.
Read it yourself.
can even go